Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa khillanihi amma ba'd. We welcome you to this episode of Ramadan series. In the previous episode, we spoke about the blessings and the virtues of Ramadan. What should we expect the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should supplicate to Allah whenever we are fasting. We should take advantage of Ramadan to serve as a guide between us and bad deeds and un-Islamic doings and activities. And in this episode, we want to remind ourselves and our brothers, how should we observe the days of Ramadan? When you are fasting, you are expected to increase your link to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And among the things that you can do to create more linkage between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is to intensify the reading of the Quran. Those of us who have the time, who can make more time to read the Quran, if you can read the entire Quran in a day. And this has happened a lot to most of the scholars, and most of our religious executive leaders, and most of believers. They recite half of the Quran in the morning, then in the evening they complete the next half. Some to know, they will recite after each prayer. You need to make a timetable for yourself. For instance, if the person prays Fajr, after the Fajr, he will read like 2 juzu, meaning 40 pages of the Quran, before he goes to whatever he will do. More especially if the person is very good at reading or hafiz of the Quran. Then when he observes Dhuhr, he will read another 40 pages, meaning 2 juzu, meaning he has gotten 4 from the 30 juzu that we have. Then when he prays Asr too, he will read 40 pages front and back, meaning he has gotten another 2 juzu. The same thing applies when he prays Maghrib too, he should read the same thing. Then Isha. So should you calculate from dawn till Isha, we've gotten how many juzu? We've gotten 10 juzu. Meaning we had 2 juzu with each prayer, meaning we have 10. Meaning in 3 days we can complete the Quran if we're able to read 10 juzu. Each salah 40 pages front and back. By the close of the day, you might have read 10 ajza, meaning you are left with 20 ajza. So within 3 days you can finish the whole or the entire Quran. And some too will take it, no, I will read 10 pages after each salah. Meaning from Fajr to Isha, the person might have read how many? 5 juzu. Meaning in 6 days he can finish the entire Quran. Some too say, no, I can read half. Meaning in 12 days he can finish. Some too will take it as they can. So you need to know your strength, you need to know your time, you need to plan your own thing. So that when you plan the way you'll be reading the Quran for the month of Ramadan, so that at least you can get 2 or 3 completion of the Quran within this month. Most of us, because of the nature of our work, we don't get the time to read the Quran. So you need to take advantage of this month, make some time. No matter how busy you are, you observe the 5 daily prayers. So link up your Quranic reading to those 5 daily prayers. Then you can make another special time at night before you sleep. You can take on some pages too, so that at least you can observe the reading of Quran, because this is the month of Quran. The Quran itself was revealed in the month of Ramadan. So when it's Ramadan, we entreat, we all read more of the Quran. We all listen to more of the Quran. And for those of us who cannot read, you can take the advantage to be listening to the Quran all day. Whether you are at work, if all is permissible, whether you are at home, whatever you'll be doing, you need to engage yourself with Quran, so that the Iman will fill up in our souls and our hearts. We need to take advantage of this. And among the things that can be done to create a bondage or a linkage between you and Allah is giving sadaqah, giving out charity. We have a whole lot of forms of charity. Some makes them in cash or kind, and each and everybody has his own capacity of charity that he can observe. Some may make it daily sadaqah. Whenever he leaves the house, he gives something out. Some will make it, will link it with the 5 daily prayers. When he goes to Fajr for prayer, he gives something at the masjid. When he goes for Zuhur, he gives something at the masjid. When he goes for Asr, the same thing till Isha. Whenever he goes for prayer, he gives sadaqah. And some too, whenever they close from their work, they give sadaqah, depending on the way or how you think you can. Some too, on each and every Friday, they give sadaqah. Some too will give to his neighbors, some to give to family members, some too has the capacity to even extend them to the rest of the part of the world. You know, there are some people in some villages, in some communities who are suffering, who need your support. You can also extend this support to them, more especially in this month of Ramadan. That's why sometimes even some of our brothers, they even delay the payment of their zakat so that they will give it in the month of Ramadan. And some too, they even give in advance their zakat, although it's not due yet, so that they will get the benefit of giving zakat in the month of Ramadan. So it's left to us to prepare ourselves. What charity can we give in the month of Ramadan? Somebody can offer food for people to break their fast. Somebody can only offer water. And a lot of people will welcome this water that you are bringing on board. And people will drink it, and you get the benefits or the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So whatever be in your position or whatever be in your status, you can also do something. Never underestimate the charity you give. Some to know may not have the physical cash capability, but may use that charity in cleaning the masjid, in supporting the masjid, in doing anything that is rewardful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some will take it upon him, this Ramadan, I will be the cleaner for the masjid. I will be the food supplier. Maybe I can buy the food, I can cook them, but once others will bring them to the masjid, I will take the charge to share them among the Muslim brothers, and I will take the charge to clean the rest of the packaging bowls and other stuffs to make sure that the masjid always looks tidy and neat. You can also take that upon you yourself as a believer. You can also support those who will be doing those charity works, either by supporting them, cooking with them, or if you have something little, you can also give your support to them so that they will cook for your brothers who are observing the fasting. And sometimes you can go in person to support them in the packaging, to support them in the carriage, to support them in whatever you can, pay your time and your capability. So these are some of the things we entreat you to engage in as you observe the month of Ramadan. Don't let the month come and pass or goes away without you benefiting from it, because you will never know if even you will see next year. There are a whole lot of people, we fasted with them together, we observed last year Ramadan with them together, but this Ramadan they are no more to be found anywhere. They are in their graves, and they wish had they gotten even a minute to come back to observe the month of Ramadan. And you are still alive, you've been given this opportunity, and there you are joking or abandoned the month of Ramadan. We need to come back, support the month of Ramadan, give the best out of us, and make sure that we benefit from the month of Ramadan before we lose this month. Brothers and sisters, in this lesson we talked about what we can do in the month of Ramadan. We said you can make arrangements, your own setup for the reading of the Quran, daily readings. You can finish it within a day or 2 or 3, or as it suits you. And also we should give a whole lot of charity, sadaqah, in the month of Ramadan. With this we bring this episode to an end. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.